It's the Dynasty front office, and we are building you championships one trade at a time. I'm your host, Jesse Schneeman, and I'm here with the three best friends anyone could ever have. Starting with the auspicious Austin Bell. How you doing tonight, Austin?
I'm great, man. Just living life. It's a beautiful night. Talking Dynasty. How are you?
Livin. I'm good, man. I hope we don't drug test on this podcast because, or
Well,
maybe if I disclose.
now
that I
you're
have
telling HR, so you're in trouble.
well,
I
okay,
get
well,
drug tested all the time.
I have a prescription for prednisone, so I am on steroids. So this should be an excellent show. It's enhanced.
That's
My
why your
perform-
shoulders are looking a little bit bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
My performance is enhanced for sure. And my main man, Chad Mendoza. How you doing tonight, Chad?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be here.
I forget the order. Did you used to go second or third?
Second.
Second. Okay. Chad second.
Yeah, he wanted to be in the middle.
Okay. Right on.
Just in case I forget what we're doing.
Okay, which you already have.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
And Major Mike Casper, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm ready for more playoff football. Ready to see my Broncos disappoint me.
Passing all your drug tests?
Pass my drug test, hopefully.
Right on. Hopefully. Yeah, I don't know what playoff football is. That's in the past.
I like how you're wearing that. That's so cute.
Used to
After-
do.
I know.
Yeah.
I had to.
Something we used to could.
At least one of us has a team left, right? There we go.
Yeah.
I had fun
Too
watching
soon?
mine. I'm not gonna lie.
I enjoyed the whole weekend. It was
Yeah, it was a great football weekend. Even though my team lost, like I still had a blast watching it.
Watch me ruin this for Chad. Chad's wearing his Eagles hat at least.
I don't care, bro. We just won the offseason Super Bowl, so
If that is an Eagles hat, it's kind of like their offense because the logo just like disappeared.
That's
Oh,
Oh,
sick burn. Mike.
Too
I thought you were
soon,
gonna.
too
I thought you were gonna say bland. I was like, oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's it. Not as sick burn,
oh,
Austin.
I'm here for jokes.
yeah.
For it.
At least
Here
all the
for it.
Giants wide receivers want to be there.
Okay.
Hey.
Which 100-year-old retread special teams coach. Good job.
Guess where they can find us at, Jesse? You can catch us at YouTube and Facebook at Dynasty Front Office, Twitter or X at Front Office FF, Discord link in the description. We'll be bringing you podcasts and videos all off season, trade bangers, 2026 rookie profiles, and our weekly show. So please like and subscribe. Link to join the Discord is in the show notes. Become part of the family. I forgot how to read. All right. In this episode, we will be bringing you off-season buys and sells and our pop culture segment.
I thought the link had disappeared or something.
Yeah, I thought the AI you're using messed up. Like it just froze and you weren't
The way
there
it
for a
started,
second.
I thought I already mentioned the Discord, so that's why it threw me off.
I'll mention it again. It's okay. More people can join.
Discord.
right.
Let's say it until he does the transition. Discord.
With that left hand.
Do
we
the
might be here
transition,
rest of the
Jesse.
show.
I was trying so hard. All right, y'all. These are our off-season buys and sells before the market moves. So if you want to get ahead of your league, make some moves now. Try to speculate a little bit. It's something I like to do this time of year because you can get some cheap buys.
Yeah, I sent some offers out and I've gotten 0 responses. So right on
Yeah.
cue for Dynasty offseason.
You
So
have to
hopefully
know-
y'all have better luck than me.
You have to know who to send your offers to. There's some sickos like us that are out there. Nate's in chat, so he's out there if you want to
That's
send him.
right.
Send him.
What's up,
Jamie
Nate?
was in
Nate?
chat earlier. So yeah.
You got to give everybody like a month at this.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah. Everybody's.
I'm not
just-
gonna lie though, like watching playoff games, I got really bored and I started scrolling. Like, who do I want to put on the block? Do I want to send a trade out? On commercials, of course. Like, I enjoy the game. So
I actually have. I sent a couple offers out for. Well, he's on my
let's
list.
talk about
later.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll right into it. I sent a couple offers out for Malik Willis. That dude's gonna
good
get a
luck.
job.
What were your offers?
2/3.
No,
No wonder you didn't get any traction.
no kidding.
Well, I
Yeah.
also have. I also have some waiver wire bids in them.
I thought you were gonna say like the 204, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a reasonable offer.
Yeah. Sleeper should build in like a block feature.
They do. You can block people.
Really?
Yeah, I have somebody
Like people
blocked.
you're in leagues with?
It's actually in Casper's very first league I did that Einstein's.
Oh,
I have that guy blocked.
Oh, I
know
thought
what you do.
I thought you were
I
saying
know
you
who you're
blocked
talking
Mike.
about.
I was like,
Nah. He sends me
I
a
had-
good trade like twice a year because we don't do many trades together. But twice a
Yeah.
year, there's some bangers. So I got to leave him on there.
Yeah.
So he can't send you trade offers.
Of course. Who? No, that guy. No, he can't chat.
No,
with
he
me.
can't send messages or anything. Yeah, no.
Nothing.
He's not in the league now.
No.
It was a long time
Oh,
ago.
gotcha.
No,
Yeah,
no,
long
no.
time ago.
He's the one that ruined the league, to be completely honest.
Yes.
And
Well,
we tried to save it.
I came in and saved it.
Yeah,
You
something
all
like
did.
that.
You all did. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, Malik Willis.
Malik Willis, yeah, he's going to get a job. I mean, we just talked about
Yes.
there's half the teams have new offenses. Half the teams need quarterbacks too. I think there's 9 or 10 open jobs just off the top of my head. So, what do you guys? You really think 204 is what you should pay?
I would trade any early second for him.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I would too.
sure. I mean, just think about last year, right? Like, obviously, Darnold was more proven because he had a season, but like, he's gonna get a year somewhere,
He's
right?
going to get a pretty
For the-
solid contract if I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, so I could easily see him be worth a late first before the season even starts, based off of where he goes.
It's probably going to suck his value, but I have a feeling the Jets are going to spend up for him.
Well, if it's Arizona,
Yeah, that's an interesting spot.
I mean, the Jets just did this with Fields.
exactly.
Yeah, which means they have to do it again.
Which
because-
means they'll do
No,
it again.
it does not mean they have to do it again.
well, they don't have a
Jeez.
choice. I mean,
Yes, they do. They have a lot of
More
choices.
didn't come out, so now they have to overspend for some kind of retread.
you
I
can't go into the
mean-
draft without a quarterback, so
Okay.
they have to have some kind of
And a little bit.
yeah.
They certainly can't reach on a quarterback in this draft. They need to wait till next year.
Correct. But yeah,
But-
I mean, I'm excited. I would absolutely pay pretty much any second for him.
the great thing is I don't think you really have to. I think you
Yeah.
could get away with giving up an early second and getting like a third back or something.
Yeah. Or maybe even somebody's late second back.
Yeah, maybe somebody's late.
Because there's always a big jump between like the 202 and 211.
Yeah.
And I think people are still like lagging behind on just the name value of Malik Willis, right? Like it's going to take time for that to set into people's minds that hey, this guy could have an opportunity here and is worth maybe more than you're anticipating. So if you can get it
free
done,
agency's not till March, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
free
Yeah,
agency.
middle of March. Yeah, I mean, it's a good name. I just going to be a lot more than what you were thinking, Jesse.
Okay. All right, who you got, Austin?
My first buy is actually one of Mike's sales, so we'll knock it out together, and it's Jalen Hurts. I did my buys and sells off of Keep Trade Cuts value just because it's a consensus of some sort. I didn't want to do my values because that's kind of hard to value a buy or sell. So he's currently quarterback 10 on there, and it's not as much that I'm trying to like down tier from, let's say, a Lamar, a May to him. It's more that I'm trying to up tier from like a Love, a Purdy, a T-Law up to Hurts, and I don't think the cost is considerably near what it was that long ago. As we've heard all season, Jesse has blamed the OC who was just fired week in and week out. So if the offense can be somewhat, we'll use the word creative, Jalen Hurts is going to put up fantasy production. It's just what he does. Whether it's pretty or not, that's a different discussion, but he's going to produce. So, if I can go and give T-Law in like my mid-second for Jalen Hurts, I'm doing that all day.
T-Law in a mid-second. No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even that far apart on Keep Trade Cut. So
I hear you,
that
but I just wouldn't think-
I agree. That's what I'm saying though. Like I don't know if that's what his actual price is, but if it's somewhere close to that, I'm jumping on that on my contenders.
What would you take, Chad?
yeah, I mean, that's not getting it done for me. But I also don't think that's like a realistic trade on for most people. I think there's still just too many question marks on T-Law. But I do think that it's an interesting point. He is like on that borderline of a tier. And what do you say? Keep Trade Cut had him at 10 or
At 10.
9 or something like that.
10, yeah.
Yeah. So
QB10?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's just tough because there was a few quarterbacks that jumped into that tier, and so it pushed the numbers down. but I still just don't think that you're going to be able to easily tier up from that next tier, the Jordan Loves and you know, the guys in that kind of range, like the Bo Nixes and stuff like that. I don't see that happening. But maybe I'm wrong.
Would you give your, let's say you made the championship, so pick 11 or 12, whatever you want to call it. Would you give that first and any of those guys for Hurts?
Yes, but I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and I
Well,
feel like a
I
lot of
had
people
Hurts.
would. I feel like that is kind of the narrative right now. Is I mean, he wasn't good in the playoffs. He wasn't good most of the season, even though he still produced for fantasy. From a football standpoint, he wasn't good. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be down on him. I'm going to try it in a couple leagues that I'm an actual contender if I have a first and see if I can fish for it.
Mike, make your case for why he's a sell.
So, well, honestly, I don't feel like he's that low in the QB. I feel like he's still probably what, top 7, I would say, dynasty
agreed.
quarterback. But where I guess my trepidation is, like, one thing I didn't really like seeing, and I just had to look at the numbers to make sure I wasn't like seeing anything crazy, is his rushing just kind of went way down. And especially you saw it in the last playoff game where he had forever to throw. And it was almost like, it reminded me, right? And work with me here, Jesse. It reminded me of the Russell Wilson, like, let Russ cook thing, where, like, instead of, him extending plays and his running to, extend drives and things like that, it was like, I'm going to prove I'm a pocket passer. And I feel like that has never been his game. Like, the reason why he's been elite is because, he did both, just for reference, right? Like, he rushed the ball 45 times more last year. He had 14 touchdowns instead of 8 and had over 200 more yards rushing last year. Now, granted, obviously better offensive coordinator. You can say things like that. But when I see games like that where he had forever to throw and it just seemed like he didn't want to run. So is that something he's trying to take out of his game, which I don't like? Because I think if he does that and he continues that, no matter who the coordinator is, I don't think it's going to keep him in that elite.
Well, I agree with that
status.
statement. I do want to say that if he doesn't run, then you don't want him on your roster.
And that's just what I'm worried about. And I'm just saying I would only sell if you can still get maybe that elite guy. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, do you guys have Caleb above Hurts?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But it's like the exact same tier for me. Like
But yeah, they're close.
What about Herbert?
like
Maybe.
the same thing. Same.
Yeah, they're
Really?
neck and neck for
Really?
me.
Okay, I would think that would be a little bit of a down tier for most. Is that's how I kind of saw this?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like Hertz didn't produce to that level. So to me, I think most people are viewing him a little bit lower. Like, I'm not trying to throw Jesse out on his offer, but he sent Bryce Young in the 105 for Hertz. And like I understood it was Hertz didn't perform. Bryce just had Bryce had played better. I'm a Panthers fan, so like I understood what it was, but like I don't.
I did it during the playoff game.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a outlandish thought process
But
for a regular manager.
Yeah, here's the thing though, is like, and I'm looking at a pretty basic league setting in our listener league at 6-point touchdowns. Like, he scored 349 fantasy points this year. He scored 351 last year.
Yeah, he was QB8, I think, both years.
Both
Last
years.
year and this year.
And that's what I'm saying. But the idea of how he played the quarterback, right, was he sucked this year.
Yeah, it's
and
completely
he was
different.
great. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's
but the points
it's-
were
Mike,
Yeah.
your narrative on the
Similar to
Eagles
what I'm
offense is entirely it's the scheme in the offensive coordinator. The called runs for Hurts were down by 2/3. It was insane that they just didn't call them for him, and I assume he was told not to run. He was
Do you
told
think it could
like
also be
to go
him
through
maybe
his
saying he
progression.
didn't want to run?
I-
Because he
I
didn't
don't-
scramble as much either.
It's
I don't know.
it's not even about the rushes. It's not about the rushes. It's about the goal line rushes. That's
the
that's
tush
where the
pushes-
problem is.
the-
The tush
the
pushes
tush
are
pushes-
gone.
Right.
And that's what the problem is from a fantasy perspective, not like from an actual football NFL perspective. When his points were coming from these goal line, push him into the end zone, everybody felt so safe about it because it was automatic, right?
Yeah.
And now that that's gone, and you're relying on his passing touchdowns, which he did have a better passing year than he did last year, this season, but you could see he only had 4 games over 250 yards, and the games that he performed well in, and the games that he performed poorly in, everything felt so fluky. It was just like you didn't know what was coming next. That safety net of the tush push being gone, I think, is what's hurting the perspective on him, or the perception on him.
That's fair. But if you look at it, he in a broken offense with just everyone in the world agrees was a terrible offensive coordinator. He was still QB8.
Yeah.
So if we get someone in there that I mean, it's Howie Roseman. He is going to hire a good offensive coordinator. It's going to happen this year, just like he did when he went out and hired Kellen Moore. You get someone in that will weaponize Hurts, he is going to run more, and he is going to be a weapon. It might not come from the tush push. I think that will be outlawed this offseason. It should be. All of the assisting the runner plays needs to be like just blow the whistle. Forward momentum needs to when they stop.
The one with Josh Allen was crazy.
That was
just some of the craziest crap I've ever seen.
We need to get all
10
that
yards on a QB sneak.
You know, an Eagle, even as an Eagles fan, I say just fine, get rid of the tush push. I don't care. It was a gimmick. It worked. It was fun, but it's gone. It's not really. It doesn't.
Yeah, you're here with us. It's not fun. It's not for. It's not fun for football.
It doesn't look like football when they assist the runner like that, and it used to be illegal. I don't understand why it's not.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. The one thing that I will say about Hurts that's interesting is even with the tush push being gone, and I guess I phrased it incorrectly a little bit. I don't think the issue is that the tush push is gone. It's that he's just not getting the goal line, even quarterback sneaks, regular quarterback sneaks. They've just ran it in with Barkley a lot more.
Which they should.
They should. And so that's the part that concerns me a little bit because having
also,
Hurts, you relied so heavily on those goal line, those goal line touches being nearly almost always his. And he did have a good passing touchdown, year compared to what he's had in the past. So he was able to prop that up a little bit. But I think going forward, people are worried, if an A.J. Brown leaves, if the offense doesn't look better going forward, which, I mean, I know, Jesse, you're saying it will, but if it doesn't, right? And he does come back down to 20 touchdowns a year or 18 touchdowns a year passing, and those rushing touchdowns don't inflate back up to what they were in the past, there is a chance he drops below, QB8 and is just outside the QB1 range.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Fair. Not a bet I'm willing to take. So, on top of that 105 and Bryce Young that I offered Austin, I understand that the Bryce Young part of it is what people don't really want to down tier that far, probably. He asked for my 27 first as well on top of that. And I said
for Hurts?
Yeah. For that I said that's too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Yeah.
That isn't a 0.5 rushing bonus league. I mean, Hurts is automatic in the league. But yeah, I mean, that's just the price that 105 and Bryce. I just couldn't do it
too. I checked. So.
Yeah, I just couldn't do that especially in a class I don't love. Yeah, I know that's the last pick of the tier we like, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and a 1.0 premium start 2 tight ends, you could have Kenyon Zeke.
Could. Anyway, all right, Chad, who you got?
Are we're doing buys or sells or does
whatever?
Sure. Whichever one you want.
Okay. Yeah. So a buy for me is going to be Kenneth Walker.
Nice. On my list too.
Yeah, I love everything about the player as of recent. I've never really been a huge fan of Kenneth Walker. I thought he was always overvalued. Suddenly his values just dropped off a cliff, and it's because of usage. Purely because of usage, because he looks like a really talented player still. And he's free agent. So, yep. I'm excited.
Yeah,
what is he, 25, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, so still got plenty of tread left on the tires there. I think any team that looks at his tape as a rusher, he's one of the best rushers in the league. Pure rushing player, like football players at the running back position, one of the best. So, yeah.
What do you think it would take to get him?
I think he's like a late first currently.
Yeah, I think you'd probably get him for 111, 112 even.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I would love, especially if you need a running back. I don't like this class really, so I would love to get Walker, assuming he's going to be a 1A and as an option.
Yeah.
Especially with Justice Haynes going back, man. That was a killer.
There's 2 running backs I like in this class, and they're both the Notre Dame boys. And I think if you're outside of those guys, for me personally, I'd rather have Kenneth Walker over anybody else, easily.
I think Walker would be my 2, even considering age in the class.
Yeah, I would. You know me. I want to give a high second and a late second, but
Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah. I want to get a 4th. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, I really, yeah, but I definitely could see myself giving up a late first for him. That's great. That's a great call. It's like if you had done that with ATN last year at this time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very similar.
Chase Brown.
Yeah, I was going to ask, would you rather have ETN or Walker? Very similar situations coming into this offseason. Which one?
When they're both free agents, right?
Yep. And they came out today that one of the lead beat reporters for the Jags does not expect ETN to resign.
Really?
Yep.
I expected him to go back there.
I'd take Walker.
I'd take.
It's a coin flip, but I think I'd take ETN. I like his skill set.
I don't know who I'd like either. I like them both about the exact same. I think their price points are almost identical.
I
Yeah,
just
they
think he adds more as a receiver. He'll probably be more steady. Walker's real boomer bust.
Cool.
Although with different usage, who knows?
That's my whole point. Is
like
I
Chad
think
said, he's very.
I think
very
Walker's
talented.
a more talented player than ETN. Free agency, I'm betting on the more talented player.
He's definitely got the higher end. He's got the higher ceiling. Like he can hit a home run from anywhere on the field.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody that can tell me, and like I said, I've never been a Kenneth Walker freak. Like I don't think that highly of him, or I've never thought that highly of him compared to Dynasty consensus. Back to when his value was really high, just because of the usage and everything and the injury history. But you can't tell me that he's not similar to a guy like Josh Jacobs, right? Where if he was the focal point of an offense, he couldn't go out there and put up that kind of production. Granted, he's got to stay healthy, but just really, really talented rusher.
Yeah, I was high on him coming out. I thought he was really talented coming out, and then so I got a good amount of shares just by drafting him, and then he got so expensive that I don't really have any shares anymore because I traded them all off for a fortune.
Yeah, his price point got nuts.
Yeah, you couldn't keep him. That's how I felt.
What you got, Mike?
All right. I guess first thing I was going to say is just kind of how I do buys and sells in the offseason is if they finish like number 1 at their position, I love to sell high and tear down if I can. So that's like the number 1 thing I like to do, right? Like, because the chances of, besides Josh Allen, I feel like at this point, almost no one repeats as at the position. Kelsey's era is over, so just kind of preface with that. Mine is Patrick Mahomes because he was really crushing it actually when you look at it before the injury happened. He had 8 finishes out of 13 games where he was the QB6 or better. And he had a couple number 1s in there, lots of 3s. He had 2 number 1s. So he was just doing really well before the injury. And I don't, he already said today he's aiming to come back for week 1, right? Which, whether that's good or bad, yeah. But I feel like if anybody's going to tear him down because assuming Kelsey retires and off year for the Chiefs and Mahomes just doesn't have it anymore and isn't elite, then I would take advantage of that and try to buy if I could.
Yeah, I like that idea quite a bit. How do you do that?
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Honestly, I'd probably take someone like a Trevor Lawrence and
Yeah,
see if I can, put a little bit more onto Trevor Lawrence. Hey, this guy finished QB3,
Might not
know,
take
he-
much.
might not take much. Yeah, it could take
Like a second.
early second, yeah, or something like that.
Well, you just said it was ugly to do that for Hurts. How are you going to think it's okay for Mahomes?
He's hurt.
Okay.
I see what you did there. Hurts.
Yeah, I mean, I think it still takes a late first, probably just like it does with Hurts. But
Yeah.
And I'd still be willing to do that, to be
Yeah,
completely
me too.
honest. Though I do like what I've said previous shows from Trevor Lawrence and Lane Cohen, what they've done. I think it'll continue, but Mahomes is still elite in my opinion. As much as I hate to say it as a Broncos fan.
Edit this out. Check your text, Mike.
Jesse.
Yeah, I like it. I like the idea of it. I do think that it's going to be a problem to start the year. So he's just if he comes back too early, even if he doesn't, it's still an ACL. Guys just aren't the same. I don't really think you're going to get a great year out of him. So if you're doing it, you're looking to the future, right? So I'd have a hard time giving up Trevor in a first because I do think that he's going to come out hot, and that's one offense that does have continuity, and arrow is pointed up. Liam Cohen's probably going to win Coach of the Year. I don't know if any of that goes to their head or whatever, but
I mean, it's not a ton of continuity. Like ETN's leaving. There's still talk of do they move on from Brian Thomas in the
you got
offseason?
Tootin.
Hunter's got to come back from injury, so it's not a ton of continuity if we're talking continuity.
I mean,
continuity's sake.
I think it's they're bringing back all their skill players except for Etienne, and it was banging. Second half of the year. I just honestly, I love the idea of acquiring Mahomes, but that's a bit much for me. And Trevor's too likely to become an elite quarterback. Out of all those guys in that tier, he's the one that kind of freaks me out a bit. Like, I don't think Purdy or Love or obviously Bryce Young are going to jump up into that tier. Sorry, I didn't mean that as a dig, Austin.
I don't think he's in that tier, so you're good.
Yeah, he's not for sure.
But like Trevor's, he's got the Caleb pedigree kind of still. He was the generational prospect.
Yeah,
it's just that particular name is too much for me. If you say Purdy in a first, then sure, no problem.
Okay.
And in fact, if you say Purdy in a first and a late second, I'd probably do that too. I guess I have Trevor in a different tier. I just talked myself into that.
Yeah, it sounds like. All right, who you got, Jesse?
Oh, let me look at the sheet. Well, we can lump a few of these guys in together. Zay Flowers, Devontae Smith, and I forgot to put on here Jordan Addison. So all those guys.
You're buying Addison?
Yes, yes, absolutely, because I think his price will be depressed.
Oh, even with the rest?
Yeah, for trespassing.
Yeah, I mean, it's his third arrest in 3 years.
I understand.
I think he might get cut. I'm gonna be honest with you.
One was just being cut.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's not a good look, man. Teams can only handle so much PR of that.
I think they're still going to pick up his 5th-year option. I think it'll be fine, and that's why I think he's a buy. All that stuff that you just said right there.
I think if he gets cut, somebody's gonna have so much fun signing him because he'll be signed the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's too good of a player. I mean, good players, you can get away with as good of a player as you are. It's.
I just think that
I don't see him, being cut from the Vikings and not finding a home as a wide receiver too somewhere.
I just could see a big suspension with it being his third issue.
They're already talking about bringing in quarterback competition. They are going to bring in a real quarterback to compete with JJ. So it's either going to be JJ. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers would be great,
Rodgers.
man.
Yeah.
That wouldn't,
Actually,
I think that would be
probably
awesome.
Yeah, and if Aaron Rodgers
hate
can
for him to go out the way
absolutely
he did.
support JJ, that would kind of be fun to watch. And
That'd be like the
Addison
biggest deja vu move ever.
And Addison is still going to get the Addison treatment,
Brett
where
Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
all the focus is on Justin Jefferson, and Addison is single coverage down the side of the field, making 40-yard plays. I just
You
think.
just want Hawk to be a thing again.
Do you think I can get him for less than a first?
Addison?
Hawkinson?
No.
Addison.
Addison.
Oh yeah, Addison. Yeah, heck yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that's
especially
what
with
I'm
this
saying.
news. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, with the news.
if I can pay a mid-second or like 2 seconds, really liking that.
I think the news makes him a buy. That's
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
reason I would buy him is because of the news. If you can get him for like a mid to late second from somebody, which I don't think is actually impossible. I think that's a really nice price point.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
and then Zay Flowers and Devontae Smith are in the same tier for me. These are both guys that and I'm sorry, I meant to put Waddle in there too. Any of these guys that you can pay a late first for that are wide receiver 2 that could be a wide receiver 1 in their good years, absolutely would do it. T. Higgins used to be in this range, but he's way too expensive now. Like he's in this range as a fantasy player for me, but his cost is way more than these
Value's
guys.
not.
That's why these guys are the buys to me because you can just get them for a single late first. Would you rather have Zay Flowers or whoever goes in late first, Denzel Boston or Casey Concepcion or
Casey
Chris?
Concepcion.
You'd rather have him than Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me.
I'm gonna save my take, but I have
Okay,
Mason Little
Waddle. How about Waddle?
Waddle. I don't think him and Zay Flowers are the same tier.
Oh, see, they're easily the same tier. I might have Flowers above him. You're way too low on him.
I'm really not. He just doesn't produce.
I don't have his numbers in front of me. I
Um,
mean,
But I
Maybe a
mean,
couple late
he's still a late
years.
first. Like you're right. I mean, that's what he's at. I'm not paying that.
I'll pay that in a heartbeat. And then Devontae Smith, same thing. I mean,
That's one where
especially
I'm-
with or without AJ Brown, Devontae Smith is a locked in wide receiver 2 next year, in my opinion, with the potential to be a wide receiver 1.
Okay.
Might even
He's
be
a-
better with AJ.
He's a
Brown
sell
there.
for me, Devonta Smith,
Yeah, why?
Interesting.
because with everybody thinking AJ Brown's leaving, now's probably your best opportunity to get rid of him, especially at the age he's at right now. I think a lot of people are banking on AJ Brown leaving for some reason, even though it doesn't make any sense from a cap perspective.
I don't think he's leaving.
Yeah, I don't think he's leaving either. But that's the point: is if you can get rid of him now while people are anticipating that AJ Brown does leave, maybe there's more people that are out there that could potentially give you a deal you think is worthwhile. But I just
But for what? That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you capitalizing on? What are you getting for him?
Like
you
maybe
can
they're
get a
giving you
first.
Rome
Yeah,
for
see,
him?
I
would take a first for him.
I want I'd pay a first for him. I think he'll outproduce that.
Okay. I mean,
Rome? No way.
what because you were saying wide receiver too, so you're taking a what is he going to be, 28 years old or something?
No, he's 26, going to be 27.
Okay, so you're taking a 27
He's already
year old
27.
Okay, he just turned 27.
Okay, so you're taking a 27-year-old wide receiver 2 at best.
No, that's not what I said. He definitely has the ability to be a wide receiver 1, and has been. He has a wide receiver 1 finish in his career.
Okay, he's 27 years old. At his
Okay.
price point, he better have a wide receiver 1 finish in his career.
Well, I mean, in the late first, especially in this draft, you're hoping to get a wide receiver 2.
Yeah, but you also have the possibility of getting a player that is a perennial, wide receiver 1 finisher. Like that is in the range of outcomes, right? So it is a gamble.
Sure,
Yeah, but
that's
I mean,
not
at the end of the day, we know
realistic.
what Devonta Smith. What do you mean it's not realistic?
I don't
Justin
think-
Jefferson went 112.
This isn't that draft.
When that draft happened, nobody was going crazy over it. This happens all the time. T. Higgins went in the second round of his draft.
Ladd was
I mean,
at the end of the
Devontae
first
Smith
early
went-
second.
Ladd was in the second
Ladd
round. Like
was-
this happens every single year. It's players that you're not thinking are going to be perennial players that finish as wide receiver 1s. Are some of those guys just do it, right? So it's not about saying that I think that there will be one of those guys this year. It's about saying that it is a possibility, and Devonta Smith just doesn't give you that possibility because he's a 27-year-old wide receiver on a team that is not a consistent thrower of the ball.
See,
And he has been a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 finisher in most years.
you're supposing things there. First of all, you have no idea what the offense is going to be, whether it's going to be a consistent thrower of the ball or not.
I'm not supposing anything. I'm just telling you what has happened.
Well, it's a new offense, so you don't know what's going to happen. Secondly,
But he's 27.
You're glossing over the safety that Devontae Smith gives you. I will take the player that I know is going to produce in that wide receiver to possibly wide receiver 1 range over the remote possibility that a late wide receiver 1 player is going to hit in a way that he's a perennial wide receiver 1. Right.
Well,
so
you're saying that you're taking.
I'm saying I'll take the safety of a player that I know is going to hit and produce points on my fantasy roster over a player that to me is too big of it. It's the chance is too high.
This is the
Okay,
only
but what I'm
situation
saying
where
is
I've heard
you're
say
saying
not
that
taking the boat.
you know for a guarantee this player is going to finish as a wide receiver 2.
No, I'm not saying
Which
it's a
is-
guarantee. There's no guarantees in the world. I'm just saying there's a level of safety there that I'm willing to take over the chance that you're taking at the end of the first.
I would agree with you if this player has shown that he is a high level wide receiver 2. He has not. He's just from a fantasy finishing perspective, PPR finishes of 20, 27, 19, 9, 29. That's what he's been. He's 27 years old.
Yeah.
So at what point are we saying, okay, let's cut our losses, let's recycle this?
Not yet. Not for me.
Well, this might be your last chance, buddy.
I'll go down with the Devontae.
All right. Well, speaking of the guy
he's so good. He could
that's
be
recycled.
He could be a top 10 wide receiver.
All right,
no
that's
problem.
enough. That's enough of
Talent-wise.
ugly Eagles players.
We talked about.
I'm
all
going to
of them
move
now,
on
right?
to another guy that's terrible but could be good. My buy is JJ McCarthy.
I
His
like it.
price is so cheap. First
I almost
off,
put him in there. Yeah.
First
I love
off, it's so cheap. And to be honest, that last time he came back, he looked pretty decent. Like, he looked like what I thought we would see when the season started. His last 3 games before injury. Now, I don't like it if they bring in like an actual starting quarterback. But if they bring in like Kirk Cousins, I'll be honest, that doesn't scare me enough. I watched enough Kirk Cousins this year. So yeah, just at the
So
price
what's
he is,
What's cheap? Yeah, I haven't
I
really.
think
I
he's
haven't
just a
seen him
second.
moved at all.
Like
Oh,
from what
wow.
I've seen, I think it's just a second, and like
I'd do
I'm
that.
taking that all day.
Yeah, I do that for sure.
I mean, that's the Shuck price, and he's younger than Shuck. You know what I mean? Or that's what Shuck was in the draft last year. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you're just rolling the dice on a guy.
If
So-
you can trade a second for JJ McCarthy right now, there's
Do it.
not there. I guarantee you, there's going to be a quarterback in this class that is taken in the second that I would not take over JJ McCarthy today.
So this was I looked on Keep Trade Cut just to make sure I wasn't lying to y'all. Like this is the 13th of January. He went for the 302 and 306 in a Superflex tight end premium league.
That's insane.
No,
He went
that's
for
gotta
a
be one-off,
27 second and Isaiah Likely.
right? I mean, Isaiah Likely's a free agent, so depending on
That's
the
2
scoring-
seconds.
Yeah,
roughly,
0.75, yeah. Jeez. But for a quarterback, I mean, that's
I mean, it's Ricky Pearsall for JJ McCarthy in the 202. Like
Ricky
what?
Pearsall for
Thank
JJ
you.
McCarthy in the
Thank you.
202.
and
what
the
I'm saying.
202.
Thank
That's
you.
crazy.
That's nuts.
Wow.
So like I'm not saying he's free by any measures, but I mean it's in that late first,
Close to it.
early mid second in a lot of these trades. Like I kept out a lot of the big ones, but I mean a lot of the bigger ones, it's roughly like the 111 to 205 value.
I'd
if
trade
I'm
the
looking at
112
trade.
for him, like straight up, pretty easily.
Like JJ McCarthy, a 27 second for Kyle Manunga in the 209.
Whoa.
Like what?
Jeez.
Yikes.
Yeah, none
So,
of
like,
those
that-
make any sense
Don't
to
do
me.
that.
I'm interested. I may throw some offers out and see what's cooking in my leagues because that
Yeah, I might too.
to me just hearing it, and I trust you. Those are the trades that are there. They're there, but
Yeah.
it just doesn't seem real to me. Like that doesn't seem like it's going to be an everyday occurrence. But hopefully it is. I'm going to try it out.
I do think they're going to bring in a real quarterback, but I mean, if it's Aaron Rodgers, that guy, he could break in half at any point.
This one's a little JJ McCarthy from Malik Willis in the 403. Like that's what I'm
That
saying.
kinda
like,
makes
Oh my God.
sense.
I'd rather have JJ McCarthy.
I'd rather have JJ McCarthy
Me
until I
too.
find out.
I
where
would
Malik
too,
Willis is
but
going.
I think that makes a little
Yeah.
more sense than some of the other crap.
I mean, those were all within the last 10 days that I said.
I mean, if Malik Willis gets a $3 or $50 million contract somewhere, that's a different story.
So yeah, that's why he was a buy for me. Anywhere near that price point, I'm taking the shot, especially in a class. A lot of people are going to need quarterbacks, and this class isn't going to help. We expect. You never know what happens when the draft comes, but we expect only really one, maybe two teams are going to get help in the quarterback position on Superflex leagues.
Yeah,
So,
let's say Ty Simpson goes in the late first. Would you rather have him or McCarthy?
Yeah, McCarthy for me.
yeah, I think so. Unless he goes to the Rams, then I'm gonna be very intrigued. But
Yeah, that
other,
would be
I'm gonna be very intrigued if that.
Yeah,
happens.
depending
But
on elite landings. But,
but
well, late in the first, though, you're going to a pretty
That's-
good team,
yeah,
you know?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
it's. I
Not
mean, a lot
always.
of the
Giants
late
traded
first
him.
guys have been trade ups, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the Browns trade up for him.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Please don't.
No.
Yeah, I kind of like Ty Simpson, but, I mean, JJ.
But somebody like Arizona trading up, I mean, is possible.
Yeah, that one interests me.
Yeah, that would be interesting, too, yeah, with the weapons, depending on who the coach is and all that.
So yeah, that was mine. Chad.
All right, Chad.
Let me see which one I'm gonna pick here. Oh, Emeka Egbuka is my sell.
Okay.
think
He's
still
gone
at
down
that
a
point?
lot. Yeah, he's gone down a lot.
Think he holds that value still?
It's not about where he holds the value. So I was looking on Keep Trade Cut, and he is at wide
13.
receiver. He's
13.
right. He's like right between George Pickens and Garrett Wilson, and he's above Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson is my biggest buy this offseason.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at the players that he's above, and there's just several players I'd rather have ahead of him. Roma Dunze is behind him. Lad McConkey's behind him. Marvin Harrison Jr. is behind him. T. Higgins is, but Chris Olave is behind him. I'd rather have all those guys.
I'd rather have all those players
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
So that's just how I saw it. Not that there's like a huge gap, like in value between Emeka Egbuka and those guys, but I think just based off of the perception of Emeka Egbuka, I think you could do those trades straight up, and I'd rather do those trades straight up for any of those guys. So
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's a good one.
Yeah, it's a shame I don't really have Buka shares. I think I
Yeah, I know. I don't have any, so I can't make those trades.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
any of
just
us
one.
were.
What you got, Mike?
I got just one, yeah. So I'm gonna do the two for here. So my two of my buys are gonna be Herbert and Ladd. I know, and I feel like we do this every offseason. We give an excuse for Herbert and performance, but could like it have gone any worse from where it started? I mean, Herbert started great with some, he finishes a QB 2, 3, 4, 5, in the first 11 weeks. Had some really awesome weeks, looked great, but then losing both of your all-pro tackles and breaking your hand, and that dude was just gutting it out. Like if you saw I feel like the game against the Patriots, like I was scared for him at that point. And they're showing the or the offensive line, their PFF rank. It's like
Last.
36
Yeah.
to 37, 37 to 37. And I'm just like, holy crap. Like he's literally got nothing behind him. Hampton was hurt coming into the game. It's like the one gimme I feel like I just have to give overall to a team. And same thing with Vlad. I think Keenan Allen will be gone. Offense coordinator was fired, rightfully so. Like I think Ladd was totally not used enough. I can't believe how many targets Allen got over Ladd. But so those are two that I just think will really increase that everyone's down on, especially with recency bias of, well, you know what, Herbert sucks in the playoffs right now. That might just continue to depress him as we go into next season.
Yeah, so I'm like a super Herbert fan. I think talent-wise, he's top 5 level quarterback in the league. That playoff game, he looked terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely terrible. Like he wouldn't throw the ball. Even when he had guys, he wouldn't throw the ball.
Really beaten up this year.
Yeah, it was
Mentally,
brutal.
physically.
Yeah, I think it was skittish because honestly, like I think I would be worried about my hand too. And it's seeing like if I see rushers coming and things like that, then I'm seeing ghosts and stuff. But I don't know. Like
So, I mean,
any other quarterback, I feel like probably wouldn't have played. To be completely honest.
So he had the second longest time to throw behind Jalen Hurts, who had like a 4.3 seconds per drop back. But Herbert just wouldn't throw the ball. As bad as the O-line was, and it was bad. He still got pressured on a ridiculous number, but he had a long time to throw. It was like 3.7 seconds, which that's way above the average. Yeah, it was scary. But I'm still a buy. Like, he's still absolutely a buy for me. That was the first game I might have ever watched that I was like, who is this? Because it didn't look like Herbert.
Yeah, I will add really anyone on that offense is a buy for me. I think that they are going to go to just a more pass-heavy offense than people think. And then Herbert's just going to take off and be electric. So I'll add Quentin Johnston into that. I think that he can be had for mid-second, maybe 2 seconds, right?
No.
Yeah.
2 for
like
sure. Mid, I don't know about that, but maybe.
I don't know if I'm giving a high second for him, but I might actually. I think he's come around with the talent, and Herbert likes him. They have a good connection, and he's electric. If you get a good offensive mind in there, he'll be a weapon. Easily fits with Ladd. It's an easy fit, those two players. I think an offense coordinator will be able to play with those two and Hampton. It's gonna be a wagon of an offense next year. I hope. Fingers crossed, but that's my speculation. I don't know who the offense coordinator is, but I don't know.
I saw they interviewed Sharon Moore, the Michigan ex-head coach.
Yeah, I'm not buying. I'm not buying until I see who that coordinator is going to be. It's going to be huge.
I wouldn't like that. Sharon Moore.
I wouldn't like that either.
Great
Yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy that they're even interviewing him after what just happened with the Michigan situation.
Yikes! Yeah.
Wow. That soon, yeah.
Jesse, who you got?
I'm gonna go with my boy Roma Dunze. He was my number one buy last year. He's my number one buy this year. He just showed how good he can be early on before the injury. Caleb has developed more than I thought he would. I'm not worried about whose role is going to be what in a Ben Johnson's offense. It's going to be a great offense. Roma Dunze is an incredibly talented player. I think the shine is off of him at the end of last year. From the end of last year, you think I can get him for 105, 106?
Probably right around there.
For sure.
I would do that.
Do you guys think it would take 105, 106? I think you probably get him.
I think you probably do it like 8.
Really?
I think as soon as more people get comfortable where their tier is, it's going to have to be at the back of that first tier.
What if it's like 110 and 205?
I would do that, so I don't know, but
I wouldn't do it, but I think it gets it done.
Do it, but
I think people are just so excited about Luther Burden right now.
Yeah.
It's really pushing down, the perception on Roma Dunze. I think you could probably get him cheaper than you think you can.
Yeah. I don't have any, like, my perception of him hasn't changed. He's not as mature of a player as I thought he would, but that'll come. I have no problem with that. I absolutely want to buy cheap on him.
Cool. So Jesse's gonna love me again. My running back main buy is Blake Corum, which I really can't believe I'm saying that because I'm not even a Blake Corum fan. Like, I don't even think he's that good.
He's looked pretty good.
Yeah,
not amazing or anything, but he's looked good.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good. And he's almost 50-50 in touches with Kyron Williams. They're paying a lot of money to be the lead back, and he's still earning that kind of touch count. So, going into another offseason, it just feels like he's still going to be relatively cheap. Just like I take a swing, especially on like one of my late seconds where, I'm sure by May everybody will want him, those late seconds. So I think I'd just throw one of those at him in a league where I need a running back, some depth.
Yeah, and Kyron's my sell just to kind of pitch in. So
Yeah.
He's got RB finish 6, 7, and 9 the past 3 years. So I feel like this is the year where it could really be like, not that he has a bad year, but it could be like, hey, he's the running back 15 because Corum's getting a little bit more. Then it's not much of a ramp up period. So
What do you think you can get for Kyron? This was Chad's big sell last offseason, by the way.
yeah, I mean, I know last offseason I think I traded Chad like the 106,
106, isn't that what it was?
I think is what it was. Which is probably
sounds about right in last
still
year's
worth
draft.
that. And I think
right.
if I could get that, I might take it to re-roll.
I mean, I would rather have the 106 in that draft.
Yeah.
You know, that's Travion or, Quinshawn.
I think that's what I think. I took Judkins with him. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't really have an out for
Kyron.
Oh, yeah, they do. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it saves them $11 million.
After
Kyron.
next season? Or
No.
before this season?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah, so excuse me, I misread that. It saves them $3 million, but there's only the dead cap's only $8 million, so
That's not bad.
no dead cap the remaining year. So there's some wiggle room there.
No, it was a first and a second that we got the deal done on. So I think it's gone down a little bit, his value.
Yeah.
I think
Just a
he's
tad,
still
but not
right
much.
around there.
I think you get close to the first and second for him. I mean, from where he finished RB8. So
If he gets cut by the Rams, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either. I think they'll go in with those two guys in the
Both,
backfield
yeah.
next year.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a
I
smart
agree.
thing to do.
But would he have value on another team?
Yeah.
sure.
Would he have this
Depends on
kind
where
of
it goes.
yeah?
It
I
could be
wonder.
like a
Probably
I don't think he's
not.
as good as like Dowdle,
Yeah.
but it could be that kind of a situation. Javante Dowdle kind of
Yikes.
retread that on
Yikes,
the right
that-
offense
that's a-
could.
That's a huge hit. I'm trying to highlight that a lot of his value comes from being on the Rams.
It does. I mean, McVay's so good at
So he
scheming
could go to the
offenses.
Chiefs.
I mean, he was pretty good as a rusher this year. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
he didn't have. It's
Yeah.
not like he's been propped up by.
I'm not
Well,
saying
He's
he's a
saying the scheme of the
attempt.
offense is.
yeah. I'm
is
not saying he's a
what's
bad player
creating
by any
his-
means. He's a
Yeah.
good player in a good offense, but like I said, a lot of his value is propped up by that.
I just don't agree with that because he's just not getting targets, right? Like there are certain offenses where you could maybe see his target share go up a little bit as far as him being a pass catcher. So he just doesn't get any targets in LA, but he does get the rushing touchdowns. So it kind of offsets a little bit. I think in other situations maybe we see the point distribution a little bit different, but yeah, I mean I think
There's situations where it could be a horrific nightmare.
Of course,
Yes,
that's
sure.
anybody. Yeah, that's anybody. I'm just saying, like, it's not like he's been a super inefficient rusher, and
I didn't
as soon
say
as
that
he
at all.
goes to another team, all that goes away.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying in perception, he's on the Rams. He's on this great offense, and that it's where a lot of his value comes from. Straight up, it's not from him being an elite player.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the
He's a good player.
value
and
comes from him finishing
good player
as
in an
wide
elite
receiver
offense.
or RB1 3 years in a row.
Right.
But yeah,
Which
I
he
think
wouldn't have
people have
done
tried to find reasons to tear him down. But he's just been producing every year.
It's because he doesn't have like the elite traits anywhere.
Yeah.
Really, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But he's been really good in pretty much everywhere.
I mean, you put him on
And
Tennessee.
he's
He's
produced. He's actually backed it up.
not as good as Tony Pollard, probably.
What?
Ugh.
Chad,
What are
who's
you
your next guy?
What are you talking about? All right, I'm gonna wrap up two guys together here. I'm gonna go with two buys, Alec Pierce and Josh Downs. So the reason I have these guys as buys is because I think their price point is very low at this point. Alec Pierce is going to be a free agent. I think he's going to get a really big contract somewhere, similar to what Christian Kirk got going to the Jags. I think it's going to be that same kind of deal where people are surprised for what he goes for or by what he goes for. And then with Alec Pierce leaving the Colts, because I don't think he gets re-signed there, Josh Downs is going to be that next guy in line where you could see the target share go up a little bit for him. So still a really talented player. I like both situations a lot. I'd rather have Alec Pierce, but if I could get Josh Downs for 2/3. A really late second, which I think is very possible. I would do that in a heartbeat. Alec Pierce, if I can get him for any kind of mid to late second, I'd do that as well.
I mean, I wouldn't trade either of those guys for them, but I mean, I've always been pretty high on both of those. Well, I've always been pretty high on both those guys. Pierce not as much. Downs quite a bit.
I was gonna say I would probably prefer Downs over Pierce, but I just always feel like the big wide receiver signings in free agency, like none of them even close to hitting that first year.
Christian Kirk worked pretty well.
Yeah, he hit.
Yeah, he was pretty dang good in the first couple of years.
Diggs in 2 different places.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Pierce, he's the kind of
England
player. He's the kind of player because it's not like a Tyreek Hill where we're seeing like elite wide receiver 1, 2, 3 production, and then he goes to a new team and we're expecting that to stay the same. We're saying, okay, Alec Pierce is a very, very talented player. I think more talented than people give him credit for, and that's why he's going to go somewhere else and potentially get an expanded role and see more targets. And that's the draw to him.
Yeah, reception perception is really high on Alec Pierce.
I think New England pays up for him and pairs him with Drake May, and it's going to be. He's
so good. Like I watch so much Cole because you guys know, like I'm partial to Daniel Jones. I want him to succeed. So I watched a lot of Colts this year, and Alec Pierce, very, very impressive player. Like really good player. He is I'm not going to be shocked if he's a wide receiver 1. On a team. I'm not saying a wide receiver 1 in fantasy, but a wide receiver 1 on a team next year.
He would fit perfectly on the Bills. Absolutely, exactly what they need.
Yeah.
They need a lot. They don't have anything left.
He would instantly be their best wide receiver, like by a lot.
Yeah, by a lot.
Yeah.
And it just would unlock all of the underneath guys that they have, all 57 slot guys that they have.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys know I love Pittman and Downs. I think Alec Pierce is more talented than both those guys.
Wow. He's definitely got better tools than Pittman. He's faster and more dynamic.
Yeah, he catches everything. It's pretty wild.
And Downs' issue is, I mean, he's just so small that guys can't see him. You don't throw downfield to little guys that often.
Mm-mm. What you got, Mike?
I'm going to do a buy and sell for my 2 tight ends here. So my buy is Warren, and my sell is Pitts. And I think it's like I kind of talked about at the beginning, the hype, and then the hype died down, right? So like Warren was super hyped up the first half of the season, and then it petered off, and then that whole offense kind of went to crap, and then really finished terribly. So, I'm sure Loveland, like we said, is going to be ahead of Warren a lot. Like if I could get a little bit on top, great. If I could go from Pitts to Warren, which that's why kind of he's my sell, is, we've talked about on here how big the difference was in scoring between Pitts and McBride, even though Pitts finished the tight end 2 in most leagues, depending on what your tight end premium was. I'm not sure if I see it from Pitts, and based on where he goes, I'm just not buying it. And I feel like now's the time to sell, or you're not going to
You paying
do it again.
Pitts and the 111 for Warren?
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, I wanted Mike.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
I knew y'all 2 would.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would.
Me too. I just wanted to make sure that's kind of what you were saying with selling Pitts while you can.
I'm selling Pitts for whatever fun price I can get. Any first. I mean,
I would trade the 106 and Pitts for Warren.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I just threw a pick. I don't know what it actually would cost. I just was throwing a pick there.
Sure, I would do that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely worth it. I wouldn't trade Warren for that. I mean, I'm not trading for Pitts. He's a stone cold sell. No. Absolutely, Mike. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the most dead on one of the night, I feel. Kyle Pitts, if anyone still believes that he's been resurrected in any way, those were all gimmicky.
But that's the thing, right? Is a lot of people will say, tight ends take a while, and hey, maybe this was it. So if they're thinking that, then I think this is that window.
I agree.
I don't think it's impossible that he goes somewhere and produces.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so
either. Stays in
either.
Atlanta and produces.
Yeah, or stays in
Atlanta. Like this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
he didn't have a
impossible.
crazy year. He just had a good year.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but after the ride that I've taken with Kyle Pitts, if you're telling me I can get out for a good price, I'm taking that in such a heartbeat.
So the last 3 trades on Keep Trade Cut involving those 2 players, one on each side. Kyle Pitts in the 107 for Tyler Warren. Kyle Pitts in the 27 first for Tyler Warren. And then Tyler Warren and George Pickens for Kyle Pitts, the 108 and 110.
That last
So,
one's
like,
a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. But the first 2 were the main ones I was looking at. So, I mean, it's about right. It's a first and
I'd pay that.
Pitts.
In a
I would
heartbeat.
love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he finishes tight end too, so it's
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, and the prospect he was with it. Like,
Yeah.
It's a huge name that is producing
But also,
again.
but also the heartbreak that he's given everyone. You know, if
yeah,
you're not
I
the
mean,
guy that held him through all that and you picked him up cheap recently, then sure, yeah. I mean,
That's why you sell him to the guy who never owned him
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
in any of his leagues.
I mean, what is this? His like 6th year or something we're coming up on. So, I mean, it would have taken extreme dedication to hold him from his rookie
Yeah,
year.
that's right.
if you drafted him in a rookie draft. So,
Well, I just mean maybe across all of your other leagues, you've never had a share of Pitts, right?
yeah.
All right, Jesse.
All right, hear me out on this one. I want to sell Rashi Rice, and it's not because I don't like
course
him as
you
a
do.
player. I know you guys think it's because I don't like him as a player.
It
Austin,
is.
what's he? I just want you to tell me what he's worth right now, before we get into the
Um,
discussion.
He is worth a little bit more than Emeka Egbuka.
Oof.
He's right
Wow.
in that same tier with Egbuka, Wilson, Olave, Ladd, Rome, MHJ.
So all those, I would rather have not Igbuka, but all of those other guys that you mentioned, I would rather have.
I mean, with
So-
the likely suspension coming or possible suspension coming, then yeah, I mean that adds a huge question mark. So his price is going to drop drastically.
I didn't even know about this.
His
it's new stuff.
ex-girlfriend came out and posted a bunch of photos and videos of accusing him of beating her. And
Okay.
so,
Well,
but,
this
you know,
kills my entire argument.
So, like, that's going to, in Dynasty managers' eyes, until that gets resolved, is going to be a ginormous question mark.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not selling him, buddy.
Yeah. So right now, you just
Nope.
you can't sell him.
Yeah, my entire argument was going to be that his price is so high that I would trade him for any of those receivers or whatever draft capital I could get for him. For, I've always called him an incomplete wide receiver on an offense that, we're banking on them retooling that offense. They have got nothing besides him at this point. If you can, especially if you consider their QB has an ACL. So we're banking on them really, really adding firepower to this offense. That was my entire argument. It was that he was worth so much that you had to sell him, but now you can't. So
I'll
never mind.
pretend that isn't. Let's say nothing comes out of that, and let's pretend he's good to
Yeah.
go. I still think you're wrong.
Oh my.
I mean, everything you just told me, it sounds like he's going to be the focus of the offense.
Of a
which
bad
tells me-
offense that can't move the
Patrick
ball.
Mahomes
They've got
offense is
nothing
terrible.
else.
Yeah.
They've got
Did
a
we
hurt
not just
Patrick
talk
Mahomes.
about
He's
that?
producing without Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just told you
Last
that I don't
season.
think he's going to have a good year, and I don't think he's a good bet for
Yeah.
next year, and that it's a play for 27. Really,
If Rice is playing healthy and not in trouble, I think he
He's close to
outproduces every
elite,
single
yeah.
name in there, minus
think he is-
possibly Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave.
He finished
depending on the
as a
situation.
wide in the 8 games he played. He finished as a wide receiver 9 or better in 5 of them.
Yeah.
I
He
think
was
I mean, it's-
so good.
Crazy production.
I think that if he is out there by himself with Xavier Worthy and Juju Smith-Schuster and whatever, he is the easiest wide receiver 1 in football to shut down.
Nobody's
Hands
done
down.
it though. That's the
By
problem.
far.
He's-
That's not true. It happened at the end of the year. I mean, we saw him. We saw the playbook for it. Now it's going to happen over and over. You just double him and smack the crap out of him, and he gets disinterested.
I mean, like I said, you don't like him, so I understand why you feel this way. But
I don't
I
like
just
him
don't
as a
think
wide.
you're right.
I don't like him as a wide receiver 1 at that price point. I think that's inflated.
I think there's a little bit of context to be added. We say like, okay, and I'm not the biggest Rashee Rice proponent in the world, but his last 2 games were against 2 of the best defenses in the league in Houston and LA. So it's not like he was playing nobody and couldn't get open. He was playing the 2 defenses that have been shutting everybody down. I mean, Drake May couldn't throw the ball against the Chargers last week. Houston shut down every quarterback they played against. I
Literally.
think every single one. I think like the average, I think, is 150 passing yards or something like that against them this year. So it's, I mean, I don't know.
My point stands that their offense really doesn't have much with a hurt quarterback, and again is the lowest wide receiver one in the league, the easiest wide receiver one in the league to stop. It's gimmicky. I'd rather have Chris Olave all day, all night.
He's gimmicky in the same way Amon-Ra St. Brown is gimmicky.
No, I disagree. I think
that's how
Amon-Ra is a way better player.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not a better player. I'm saying he's gimmicky in the same way
a lot
Amon-Ra
of the
St. Brown's
same,
gimmicky.
yeah.
Okay.
They do the exact same thing.
Okay. But Amon-Ra is also on an elite offense with other weapons around him that enable him to do what he does. With Rashee Rice, I just don't believe that that'll happen with Xavier Worthy.
But it has, though. That's the thing, is it has.
Okay. I mean,
if he wasn't if he wasn't producing in season, I would agree with you. I would say, okay, like,
yeah,
there's some reason to be scared of this. But
he produced. He produced in a scary way, with rushing touchdowns and in a Debo kind of way, and that went away real quick too.
I mean, he had 90. This is his yardage in the games that he finished. He had one game with 42 yards, then 93, then 80, then 38, then 141, then 92. Then the last 2 games, 34 and 51. That's
a wide receiver one. There's only 100-yard game in there.
Jesse,
that's not my wide receiver one. I'll tell you that much.
He's going.
I would love to trade him to you if I had shares.
Jesse, he's wide receiver. What is he on the in keep trade cut right now?
He's 12 currently.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like he's having like the guys behind him: Emeka Buka, Garrett Wilson, Olave, Rome Odunze, Ladd McConkey, Marvin Harrison. A lot of those guys I would take ahead of him, right? But he is in that range, like those guys that have question marks as well. So
absolutely
it's
at the bottom, absolutely below all of those guys for me. That's my entire point.
I mean, he's going to keep dropping, but I understand what you're saying. I get it.
Outside of the legal trouble.
Yeah, I think he
trouble,
outproduces all of those if he's healthy.
He has outproduced all those guys.
That's kind of my point.
I mean, my answer to that is keep believing in the smoke and mirrors. I will not.
Okay.
Cool. Well, my next guy is somebody that is dominant. He might be better than Rashee Rice. Plays the same position, and I'm going full homer. My buy is Jalen Coker.
Nice.
It's probably too late, but I really want to know what y'all would pay for him because I want to see if he is a buy or not. Like, how comfortable are you? Like, what's your price point? What's the most you're giving for Jalen Coker?
Mid-second.
Chad, you're going to be higher, so let's hear it.
Well, it's tough because I got so many shares so cheap.
I mean, me too.
That now I don't want to pay anything for them.
Yeah.
But
y'all are welcome, but keep going.
So I would say maybe.
Okay, what's the least you're selling him for?
Early second.
What's the least you're selling him for?
Probably late first, early second.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Because I mean, past that in this class,
yeah,
it's one of those things. Like maybe if it was a deeper class, then I'd be willing to take a little bit less. But I just don't trust this class that as far as I can throw them. So
here's a good one. Chad and I made a Coker trade this season in the listener league. So it was Coker and Olave. Chad got, and I got 105 and 205. Yeah. Which I to be perfectly honest, the way it turns out, I kind of like Chad's side, but that was before Olave really. He was playing well, but he really kind of took off at the end of the year. But I like Chad's side a little better.
Well, and I was hoping my pick wouldn't be 105. So.
I know, right? Exactly.
I was like, with that trade, I was hoping it would be.
Yeah, for sure.
Much later than that.
But yeah, what do you think about that trade?
It sounds about right. Sounds about dead on value in my opinion.
The 205 for Coker part.
No, I mean, just no, kind of together. Like I think
Hmm.
the 105 and Alave are close, and I think the 205 and Coker are close. So kind of together is
Same.
just fine.
Same.
But yeah, I would pay a mid-second all day for him. I think he's going to be better player in most likely a better situation than the receiver you're taking in the mid-second.
Good call. Yeah, I agree.
Chad?
Yeah, this one I'm really excited about trying to get shares this offseason, but it is Matthew Golden.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I'm sure he
Keep Trade Cut has him as wide receiver 41. In the range of Quentin Johnston, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, Troy Franklin, and I'd take the potential over all those guys. So I'm gonna buy Matthew Golden at that price pretty easily. I hate that he had a decent playoff game.
Yeah, of course.
Because
Yeah. His first touchdown.
Finally got a touchdown.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think he's a smart play. I think he's for me, he's one of the more talented Texas wide receivers to come out in some time. So I think he's a much better player than Xavier Worthy.
Well, you were very high on A.D. Mitchell.
Well, yeah, that's why I said one of. Because
Okay, right on.
yeah, A.D. Mitchell's
right.
the guy I have ahead of him. I think A.D. Mitchell's incredibly talented, but we'll see how that goes.
I like the buy.
he's
I
gotta
would
earn
love
it.
to pay those price points. I have
Yeah.
a couple Sutton shares. I may send that exact offer.
Yeah, I know. Would you rather have him or this is a weird one? Jeremy Bernard.
Who?
The rookie.
Yeah, rookie wide receiver coming out.
Oh,
Who do you play
I
for?
was like, who?
Chris Bell. Chris Bell. You haven't watched him yet either.
Golden.
It's just gonna depend. It's gonna depend on where Chris Bell goes. I love Chris Bell though. So
Yeah, I like him too. They're both guys that I kind of like.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Mike?
stop throwing names out.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Let us get deeper in the process.
a couple of my last sells was just Nico Collins and Kenneth Gainwell. I think Gainwell had a lot to do with just playing with Aaron Rodgers and no one else at wide receiver besides Metcalf. I think that's why he had a lot of those targets. And,
Yeah.
well, I think he did okay. Like, I doubt he does the same thing there or anywhere else. So I feel like if you can get us almost any second, but
Do you think
I would
anybody's
hope to
gonna
be
pay?
able to get a mid.
I think anybody's gonna buy Kenneth Gainwell.
No, that was the
Probably not
that was the
to
most
create
gimmicky production that's ever existed. That was
I think so
it's just
too.
so
But I mean,
fake.
if I can get any second for it, I'd totally take it.
Sure. I mean, if I could get a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, I'd take
He was an
that.
RB.
too.
He was an RB two, right?
yeah, that was
His
an
round
would
be
in-season
24.
trade. That was an
Yeah.
in-season sell.
Yeah, I think you got what you got out of Gainwell, and I mean, with the Steelers, I might try to buy Caleb Johnson with a mid to late second, actually,
Yeah, I have Jalen Warren as a sell.
as a sell.
Yeah.
What do you think you can get for him?
Gosh, I don't know, man.
High
Nothing that
second?
You're telling me, yeah.
Yeah. I think a early to mid second. Probably like
Yeah,
that 203,
I would-
204 range.
Yeah,
I
two
wouldn't
of-
sell him for a mid second, but a high second I would. I mean, it just depends. I would have to get closer to the. I'd have to see where the tier break is.
somewhere between early and mid, I think is fair for him. Yeah, I mean, he's RB28. Actually, they have Keep Trade Cut has Blake Corum ahead of him now, so he's dropped a decent amount.
Look at Corum go.
But like a trade like something like Jalen Warren for like Trey Benson or something, I'd do that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Nico, though?
The
that's a
injuries
great
is the
sell.
only thing that scare me. Otherwise, I'm full tilt go for him. It's just.
I
the
mean, if you can
injuries,
get
man.
wide receiver return for him, wide receiver one return for him, it's a great sell. The age just snuck up on me with him.
He's what,
He-
26?
I mean, he's younger
He's
than Devonta
26.
Smith.
Yeah.
I thought he was at a year older than Devontae Smith.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He's fine.
He's still 26.
Yeah.
He's in his prime.
The injuries is all it is for me. Otherwise, I'm full on buying him.
And the offense.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
I
the
think
offense.
Yeah.
is-
they have to figure
so
out the
weird.
O-line. Have to.
Would you down tier to like Rome Plus, or is that too
Yeah.
far?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good
Oh
with that.
heck yeah, I'd do
Yeah.
Rome Plus.
it wouldn't even take much of a plus for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
A
I would do
good
that for
second.
sure.
Rome in a good second.
Garrett Wilson in a good second. I would love
Olave.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I'd do that all day too.
Yeah,
Olave,
Garrett-
That
Garrett
was
Olave
my
still
thought.
scares me a little
I was
bit
gonna say
because of
Olave
the
was my other one.
concussions. I can't forget about that. Like that's something I have to remember. If he gets one more, he could be done.
And blood clot.
Yeah, like that.
He's got
that
the random injury thing too, just like Nico. I feel like
the
so.
talent and production's obvious. It's just that's there. I mean, it's something you can't forget.
Yeah.
I do think too, if like Nico doesn't play in this game and if they're eliminated, then that could really tank his value too. Just the perception, right?
Yeah,
Of
he's still not practicing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if he plays. Most people don't when you get a ruled concussion in game, most don't play the next week. So
Let me ask you guys. This is a completely different player, but we've mentioned him a few times here. Garrett Wilson, what is going on with his value this offseason?
I don't know.
To
I
me,
haven't-
it's
I haven't
silly.
looked at
Jets.
it.
I haven't seen him moved at all, to be honest.
I've seen like two different group chats that I'm in, like large group chats, like Dynasty podcast group chats, and not in ours, but in other ones, people have talked about moving him for like the 107, 108. And I just
Hell no.
yeah, like
I think
straight
they're all
up.
just worried about the quarterback situation is the big thing. They're like, I don't know what's going to happen at quarterback.
I don't care. He's
He's
so
never had a good
talented.
quarterback.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly. That's why.
right. It just went to catastrophic levels this year. So people forget that he was still a wide. What was he? A wide receiver one?
I think
Yeah.
he was
Years ago?
wide receiver
Before he-
5 or 6 this year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Before he went down, right? Before he went down in week 6, which, you know, we count week 6 because he did play the majority of that game, if not all of it. He had 4 wide receiver 1 finishes.
Yeah.
Out of the
I
6
mean, he's so
games.
good.
He's so.
And I say this
talented.
every offseason. He is
And-
so good.
In those games, these are his targets. I'm going to start week 1, go down to week 6. 9 targets, 8, 13, 8, 10, 8. Like, it's just he's just consistently getting the ball and this is every single year. He just consistently gets the ball. There's no difference between what he is to that offense and what Malik Neighbors is to his offense. Only that Malik Neighbors' offense is a little bit more, cohesive.
Successful.
Yeah.
I mean, what JSN was this year, he can be better. He's a better player than JSN. Like he's the best out of all of those Ohio State wide receivers.
So good.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy to me. Like if he did not get injured this year, and that's a big if because injuries count, right? They exist, they happen, or they did happen to him. But if it didn't happen, right? Like there's no doubt in my mind he's finishing a wide receiver 1 this year.
Oh yeah.
No doubt in my
Oh
mind.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So to go to Chad's point, I have a lot of Garrett Wilson shares, and a lot of them were on my contenders. I moved 1 share, and it's a league that I ended up winning the championship, thankfully. Other than that, I kept every single share because he's just such a good player. Like I feel great as my wide receiver 2 on a championship team. I mean, just great. So yeah, I'm with
I
you.
agree with that.
Is Jesse?
Yeah, I lump these two guys together. If it's probably more likely for Kyler than Fields, but if these guys land starting jobs anywhere this offseason, just sell them. Just sell them immediately. Don't hold and think you'll get a better deal. Just sell them for what you can get because it's the last, especially for Fields, the last chance.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Kyler's to that point yet.
I think Kyler's
But-
a buy right now.
Oof. If I can get like
Yeah.
if he gets a starting job and I get like a first and a second for Kyler, I'm out.
I mean that can be true, but he's a buy right now. If you can go get him right now, you go get him right now.
You think he's more
Oh, and
than
I'm not
JJ
not
McCarthy?
suggesting selling him right now. I'm saying if he gets a job, lands a good job.
You think he's more expensive than JJ McCarthy right now?
No.
I don't really disagree, and I would absolutely pay more.
I got him as basically a throw-in on 2 trades this during the season. So not a lot has happened between
Yeah,
now
keep
and
trade
then.
cut has him below McCarthy and Penix.
He's a stone cold buy for me.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to
Anywhere
go.
that
God,
I can buy him, like
sick
if
of having him
somebody's
though.
the problem is, people willing to trade him right now because people know that eventually he will get a job.
Good
Right.
job.
Yeah,
So there's no reason to sell him. But if you can find somebody that's willing to deal him for what people consider consensus fair price, then I mean he is a stone cold buy. Like
We could turn,
he's the dictionary picture of buy.
I'm telling you, turn that right around and sell it before the season starts.
yeah, maybe. I'm gonna finish off. I'm gonna have this is pretty spicy. So, well, first off, sell Theo Johnson per Chad's request. Let me go ahead and get that one out of the way.
It's
We don't
probably
need
a
to
pretty good
discuss
call.
that anymore. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he's still worth a second on keep trade cut. So,
Yeah.
people, if you, I mean, get rid of them if you can. But my real main sell is Drake May, and it's kind of because of what Mike was saying about selling high. I mean, we see it year after. We saw it with Stroud. We saw it with Daniels. We're now seeing it with May, and May looks the most legit. Don't get that twisted of the three. Like I think he's the best of the three. But at the price point he's at, you're telling me he's worth more than Josh Allen. Like, like I'm gonna have to fish and see what he's worth. Like I'm gonna see how much I can really get from somebody on my Drake May shares.
Austin, I agree with everything you said, besides one point. Like you're saying that you believe that he was the best out of the three, which is easy to say now, but go back and put yourself after Stroud's rookie season,
Mm-hmm.
just how
Don't
like
forget.
incredible his rookie season was.
You were
Don't
not.
forget.
Austin
I
was
was
not high.
I
on,
was
high on Stroud.
he was my number one sell that off season.
Yeah, he
No,
was
I
not
know,
high
I
on
know,
Stroud at all.
I know, but I'm just saying, like how we think of Drake May is very, very, very similar to how people were thinking of.
Yeah. I mean that is very
Of
true.
C.J. Stroud, like
Yeah.
very similar. Now the big difference is the rushing upside,
Yeah.
and
True.
that counts for a lot. So
And
I'm
in the arm.
well, I mean,
Way
they're
more
different
arm
players,
talent.
but
Yeah.
yeah, they're different players, but yeah, I mean, for me, like fantasy, the rushing upside is just huge. But I don't know. He's if you can sell him for what sites like Keep Trade Cut say he's worth, then it's hard to argue against it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to fish him. I have 3 or 4 shares. I'm gonna have to see what he's worth. And just
What would you send a deal on? Like what would you be trying to get?
I was just looking at the quarterbacks. I think like my number one target would probably be like Burrow, um, Herbert, and maybe if I wanted to get more spicy, might would try Dart and a lot more. Obviously these are all pluses, but like those are the kind of quarterbacks I would aim for, and just see how much I could really get. I don't know. I don't know what that number is, so I kind of want to fish and see how big that is.
All right. I think that's it for that, right? We're at hour 25 at this point.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
good.
we're in overtime. You guys watch anything good?
Yes, I finally have something. I remember. Um, me and Hannah have been watching a show called The Bear, and I didn't.
Ah.
Oh, the Bear's great.
Oh, you
I
just
had-
learned about the bear?
Yeah, had no idea. Never heard
okay.
of it at all,
Oh.
and might be one of the best shows I've ever watched so far.
How many
Wow.
seasons in are you?
We're got 2 episodes left in season 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
nice.
made it through season 3. Congrats.
What's your favorite season?
I don't know. 1 and 2 have been so good. 3's my
Yeah.
least favorite of the
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
so far. Like
By a lot.
they changed
Yeah.
the way
Yeah,
they did the
yeah.
show. It's still good, but like they changed it.
Season 1 to me, I think is by far the best. I think that's like a classic season.
Yeah,
for
So
it's-
good.
I mean, it's still a show that I just want to sit there and watch it and watch it and watch it.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was really impressed. It's been really enjoyable to watch.
Congrats on finding the bear. Yeah. It's a great
Yeah.
show.
Great show.
The part where the tickets keep rolling out of the printer, if you've ever worked in
Yeah.
a restaurant, you've had that nightmare.
Oh
Yeah.
my favorite scene is when he's like going through the sauce cans.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's
San Marzano
awesome to
sauce
find the
cans,
money.
Yeah, it's really good, man. It's a great show, and it's I like the way it goes back randomly and then goes forward. to kind of give the backstory of the characters, but it does it kind of in rhythm. So yeah, really enjoy it.
The part where they have the holiday party, Jamie Lee Curtis drives her car through the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
That up into the part where she drives the car through the window really, really reminded me of a family holiday at my mom's.
Oh my!
My mom's family. It was
Wow.
it was
If
eerie
you haven't
how
if you
similar.
haven't seen it, Mike, then that's a pretty
I
wild
haven't seen
statement.
it, no.
That's a pretty wild statement.
We had fun. I saw two movies. I'll bring up Sinners was the first one. Have you guys seen that? Michael B. Jordan.
I know of it, yeah, but I haven't
okay.
seen it.
So Michael B. Jordan plays two roles. It's a horror movie, Austin. Vampires. I will say it's similar in a way to From Dusk Till Dawn.
That's what I was going to actually say. It seemed like it was like that.
Yeah, it's one movie for a while, for a good part of the movie, and then it's another movie. But it's really well done. I thought the characters were well developed. I thought it was well written. Story was well developed, and I hate the endings of most movies and shows these days, but I didn't hate this one. It was fine. It wrapped up nicely. Really good. And Michael B. Jordan plays two roles. He plays twins. And I kept forgetting that he wasn't two people. So it was pretty seamless the way they did
And
it.
he
For
wasn't,
me,
or he was two people?
that I kept forgetting that he was.
There weren't actually twins.
Yeah, that they weren't
okay.
actually twins playing. So, it definitely didn't take me out of it. Maybe somebody with a more critical eye wouldn't have liked it, but I thought it was fine. So that was really good. And then on the other end of the spectrum, my wife got me to watch this weird B horror movie called Dangerous Animals. It's Australian. It's shot in Australia. It's a mass murderer, psycho killer that kills his people by feeding them to sharks and then videotapes it. He gets a huge thrill out of it. He kidnaps a girl. And obviously she's the main character, so she's the one that's going to escape. We know the whole thing. She goes through some trials. It's not too much gore though, Austin. So I think if you want just a light kind of, it makes you laugh a few times. But her character's name is Zephyr, which made me want her, I wanted her to die the entire movie just
Because of her name.
because of her name. And I knew she's a main character. She's not going to die and whatever, but I was rooting for it anyway. So it's really corny. I would recommend if you have, an adult gummy or two.
Nice. Hairbos. I enjoy them.
Yeah.
I watched Predator Badlands, which is the new Predator movie, but it's from the point of kind of the runt of the litter predator, right? Which is, for me, this is funny because I really like the lore and stuff behind it, but I haven't seen all the other Predator movies. They did make a really good cartoon movie, actually, if you haven't seen it, called Predator Killer of Killers, which is really cool. I don't know. I guess I like stuff that goes a lot into lore and things like that, but it was kind of cool to follow this from the Predator's point of view because he's the one being hunted, essentially. Had Elle Fanning in it, who also played two synths, two robots, essentially, which was, and she was really good in it as well, considering. So I really, really, really enjoyed it. There was one part in it where I was like, "Holy crap! This is awesome!" And it's not super crazy gory because there's no human blood, so PG-13 rated.
Nice. I like how Austin
action.
mentions he doesn't like gore.
Yeah,
and
no,
now
I
every
appreciate
movie there's in Austin, there's not that much gore in it.
Yeah, there aren't many movies that bother me the way Welcome to Derry did. I've watched a lot of horror movies. There aren't many that bother me. That was just
That one was out of control.
yeah.
I gave him a recommendation. He wouldn't take it. So.
I'm just a sicko. I
I've seen
guess.
it. Yeah, I've watched it. It wasn't as bad as that either, to be honest.
Oh, it wasn't?
No,
Oh,
it's
really?
a different.
Chad,
kind
you have to watch it. I have to know that. Have you seen
Well,
the
I'll
It
watch
movies,
it.
Chad?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, me too. They're great movies.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I
as
just
soon as
don't.
I'm done,
I just don't see a difference from the It movies to
Oh.
that at all.
Oh, what? Anyway, Chad, what you got for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But right now I'm rewatching a series that came out, I think in 2017 on Netflix, called Dark. Just started it again, and it's absolutely, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's incredible. Now the crazy thing about it though is it's one of those shows that you can't multitask. Like, you can't be on your phone and watch it. You've got to pay attention to it because the script is so airtight. Like, what they did was, imagine, how everybody complained about Stranger Things, the like all the loose plot holes and how some things don't tie together and how some things just don't make sense, like the military leaving, and spoiler alert. Anyways, so with Dark, they wrote the entire script from, day, like, before they started filming for all the seasons of it. And basically, like, the entire thing is so nuanced, so airtight. It's incredible. It's like a masterpiece, basically. But if you don't, like, really pay attention, you'll get lost in it because there's so much lore behind it and stuff. But it's pretty incredible. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen. And rewatching it now, you're starting to, like, notice things that you didn't pick up on the first time you watched it. It's pretty awesome.
Is it sci-fi?
Yeah. It's a very similar feel to Stranger Things, but a more adult version of Stranger Things. So and the acting is absolutely incredible. The only thing is that it's a German show.
I was gonna say, I don't recognize anyone that it's got for the cast.
Yeah, they're all German. So it is in German. They do have, Netflix has, like, the auto dub feature, so they do have, like, voice acting in English.
Audio. Yeah.
But I would recommend trying it in German with subtitles because the acting is phenomenal, and you only get, like, the true, like,
How am I going to watch it and read at the same time?
I always
can't
have
watch and read at the
subtitles
same.
on.
No, I can't read the
You don't
book
watch
and
shows
How
watch.
did you do
subtitles?
Squid Game? Or was Squid
was
Game was that
dubbed.
dubbed?
It was
Yeah,
dubbed.
Well, then, that's why the dub is there. If you can't handle it, then dub it. But I'm just saying, like,
Well, I
if you
can't
can,
focus hard on watching the show and read everything they're saying on top
so
of
dub
it.
it,
No, I
Austin.
can't.
That's why they
I'm
give you
going
that
to,
feature.
but if you're telling me it's better, I want to try it, but I just don't
Well,
know how people do that.
So I dubbed it the first time I watched it, and now I'm going back and like watching it with the, like, in the German language with subtitles, and that's what's making me just, like, fall in love with it again because you pick up on, like, the emotions of everything because the acting is so good, like, really, really good.
Yeah, I did just see on Twitter how somebody else was talking about how good of a show it was.
Yeah, I think it's like it's one of the only shows I've ever seen that's, like, both critics and audience above 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's really good.
I took, little known fact, I took 4 years of honors German in high school.
Oh, well, you're good then.
So you don't even need the dub. You don't need the
subtitles.
subtitles.
Or the subtitles. Yeah.
Incorrect. Germans like to put 5 words together and make it one word that means something totally different.
That's what Hungarian does too. Yeah.
It's really tough.
I'll tell you what, though. You know how, like, German and English are same in a lot of, like, aspects as far as, like,
Yeah, very similar.
yeah. So, like, there's sometimes where they'll say something in German and it'll sound like it's in English, and I'm like, yes.
The hamburger is good.
Yeah.
Good.
Or they say hello,
I would like to eat hamburger.
or they'll say kindergarten, and I'm like, oh yeah, kindergarten is, like, German, isn't it?
All right, nice. We got anything else, gentlemen?
No.
All right.
Buy
Back
Jonathan Brooks. Get him in a throw-in.
Oh.
He's going to be used at the Panthers. Sorry, I forgot about that. I came back in the fourth quarter. It's my fault.
All right, on that note, it's been the front office.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the front office. The lights are low, the boards are lit, and the dynasty clock is ticking. From the heart of the startup draft to the championship throne, one crew rules the long game. Give it up for the undisputed architects of empire, Dynasty Front Office! Sick